So my first impressions, I didn't know a lot about OMG, but they looked really, really strong.
My impressions are Faker is more of a god than I even thought was possible.
OMG was kind of surprising. I watched their regional finals, and I didn't think they were so good, and they come in here and wreck house. They're doing really well.
像我觉得就是我一开始就是每队伍就感觉他们没有想象中那么强，可是就是看完我觉得欧洲队伍是很可怕，也是FNC，我觉得他们打得很出色。
유럽 1위 팀이어서 그런지 굉장히 뱀픽도 잘하고 기량이 생각보다 많이 뛰어난 것 같더라고요.
저는 갬빗이랑 프나틱 팀이 되게 주의 깊게 봤어요. 그러니까 유럽 쪽이랑 저는 한 적이 없잖아요. 근데 유럽 선수들이 되게 평가를 저희가 내릴 수가 없는데 월드 챔피언십에서 되게 잘하더라고요.
어제 한국 팀이 되게 우세할 줄 알았는데 다른 유럽 팀이나 북미 팀들이 그리고 중국 팀, 아시아 팀 다 굉장히 잘하셔서 좀 다시 긴장을 하고 다 팀들을 다 분석하고 경기를 계속 보고 있어요. 챙겨보고 있습니다.
Welcome back to the Season 3 World Championship. We're just minutes away from Fnatic versus MSK. But first, I'm happy to be joined by Ozone's jungler, Dandy. Welcome to the interview lounge. Congratulations. And let me start by asking you about this Vulcan rematch. Again, they grasped the early game. How did you manage to come back from that?
일단 먼저 그 벌컨과의 경기에 대해서 여쭤볼게요. 이번 제 경기에서도 벌컨이 그 선기를 잡았는데 어떻게 전세를 역전시키셨는지요?
벌컨이 일단 초반에 준비한 운영에 좀 호되게 당한 것 같아요 저희가. 근데 용을 준비하는 시점에서 한타에서 좀 크게 이긴 것 때문에 역전을 하게 된 것 같아요.
Vulcan's early game strategy really worked well against us, so they got us there. But we kind of turned things around the dragon fight, and from there on, I believe we took control.
I'd also like to ask you about the jungler matchup. We had a Jarvan for Xmithy, you on Elise, and you've actually only picked Jarvan and Elise in this tournament. How do you feel you kind of match up against them in this matchup?
다음 질문은 정글러 이제 매치업에 관해서 드릴 건데요. 그 상대편 스미스 선수는 자르반을 픽했고 댄디 선수는 앨리스를 픽을 하셨는데 이번 대회에서 자르반이랑 앨리스만 픽을 하셨잖아요. 그 매치업은 어떠셨나요?
일단 자르반이 초반에 용한타 때나 그 운영하기에 아주 강력한 갱킹으로 초반을 압도할 수는 있는데 한타 때 앨리스가 할 수 있는 게 자르반보다 훨씬 많아서 좀 그 역할을 했던 것 같고 그것 때문에 제가 더 잘했다고 볼 수 있어요.
Jarvan has a really strong early game, and he can dominate early game, but Elise, I believe, can do more later on, especially during team fights. And I believe I kind of came back and did well during the team fights.
You guys sure did, and clinched that victory, which means you're now tied with Gambit in the group. How do you kind of think that this group is going to play out?
이제 그 승패가 갬빗이랑 같아졌는데요. 이 다음은 어떻게 될 것 같으신가요?
저희가 자력 진출이 불가능했는데 이번에 자력 진출할 가능성이 생겨서 이번에 8강에 올라가게 된다면 그 저희의 실력을 증명하는 거고 못 올라가게 된다면 그것도 저희의 실력을 증명하는 거기 때문에 네, 열심히 하겠습니다.
You know, we weren't able to secure advancement on our own, but now we can. Our fate's in our own hands, and if we win, that means we're securing our own spot for the next stages. If we lose, that means we, lost the spot ourselves. So we're going to try our best and see what happens.
Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations. A lot to look forward to in this group. So let's head over to Joe and Kobe at the caster desk. Take it away, guys.
Thanks a lot, Sharks. And it's time for our third game of the day as Europe's Fnatic take on Southeast Asia's MSK. And this is a rematch of day one that saw Fnatic put in pressure on the Filipinos squad's Nexus just 17 minutes into the game.
Yeah, so that game, Fnatic had just come off of a loss to Vulcan, and that really seemed to light a fire under them. But even though they were damaging the Nexus at 17 minutes, Fnatic got sloppy, and despite their huge lead in gold, they got beat in team fights, multiple team fights, in fact. if Fnatic doesn't want to get upset by Benexi, they can't lose focus against a team that has nothing to lose.
Well, and you have to wonder as well how focused Fnatic are really going to be coming into this game, knowing that they've already locked in that spot in the quarterfinals. Either way, let's get started and have a look at the two lineups. Kicking off with Fnatic, who are going to have blue side this time around. Then, of course, Soaz in the top lane, Cyanide, the jungler, Xpeke in mid lane, Pushu, the AD carry, and Yellow Star, the support.
And in the red corner, it's Mineski. Snoy is up top, Kaigu's in the jungle, Yume is mid, Exo's the AD carry, and supporting is TG.
So we're going to be moving into champion select. And for those of you that have keeping an eye on Twitter in the breaks between the games, will have seen probably a tweet by the Fnatic manager that said, I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this one, which tells me that predicting champion select for us might be a little bit difficult.
So the things they usually mouse over and hover on, they'll actually lock in today. Are you telling me this, Joe?
Yellow Star usually hovers over Teemo. I'm just going to throw that out there. Whether we see it or not is a completely different thing. Right now, the bans, they're bang on the mark. Thresh banned out here against CG, the Aatrox to be taken away from Cyanide.
That's pretty sad, because that's the one I would be hoping for, some jungle Aatrox here. But Fnatic, they're actually taking a long time on these bans. So, you know, they're not doing anything fishy early on here. They're going to keep it strict for the ban phase at least.
Well, Mineski doing something fishy. They've banned out the Fizz. Set me up for that one. Final ban here coming out for Fnatic. Thresh, Ari, what is the final ban going to be from their side of things? Mineski, you know, they've had a tough time, I think we can safely say. Not won any games, but they're high spirits. There's no doubt about that one. Actually with my headphones on, hear them laughing over on the stage earlier on. So they're definitely having fun to be here. And obviously a game against Fnatic, a team Season 1 champions. You know, they've won everything there is to win in Europe this year, winning both LCS splits in spring and summer. Definitely a great team to be fighting here on stage. Corki was the final ban here from Fnatic.
And Fnatic are at the top of the group right now too. So they're feeling very comfortable.
So Shen.
That's a comfortable pick to lock in. Mineski, the very, very heavy area of effect crowd control there. But man, when has Zed passed all the way to third pick?
Not very often. Wow, Zillion! Locked in there.
And Nunu coming in.
They're not messing around here. Pushu going to lock in Sivir as well. We're going to see a Blitzcrank here. I'm pretty sure about that one. I'd be very surprised to see anything else. There we go, Blitzcrank picking, which means that we're probably going to be seeing Soaz playing the Blitzcrank and Yellow Star playing the Shen in this top lane, as they did earlier on in the summer split.
The crowd is not satisfied, but Joe is.
Soraka. Where's he going to go, though? In the mid lane.
The AD Soraka. Those are going to be some hard-hitting
bananas.
Yeah.
that joke's been done enough now. But I'm still happy to see a Soraka and a Nunu on one team at once. That makes me a very, very happy person. So thank you for that, Mineski. But yeah, we are going to be seeing Yellow Star taking the Shen. Soaz going to have that Blitzcrank. So Fnatic manager Harry wasn't messing around when he said we're going to see some fun games here.
This one's actually pretty fun to go over too, because if they keep it how it is, mid lane Soraka, strong laning phase, Star Call gets extremely annoying. She can heal herself. They actually, a lot of the time, will just go Star Call early and silence and not even put a point into heal, depending on how aggressive you want to be. That does open up mid lane Soraka for ganks very early, though, because she automatically pushes her lane. And up against Zed, Peke will definitely look for those kills.
I was going to ask you to, you know, break down that lane matchup, Soraka versus Zed, one that we see all the time.
All the time. So yeah, Soraka here, her silence is actually really good against Zed. So, you know, even in the late game, silencing Zed is a way to stop a lot of his damage output because most of it is from his ability combinations. So if they can, you know, lock him down with that, it's actually pretty good.
So let's have a look then what you guys are thinking at home. According to lolesports.com, 94% of you chose Fnatic to win this one. This is the most lopsided vote of World so far. All the analysts are for Fnatic, but I have to say that's only 2% more people that actually voted if you compare that to the Fnatic versus Lemon Dogs game in the summer split. So that's an interesting little nugget of information. But here we go then, in-game for Fnatic versus Mineski, a fun one certainly coming our way. Soaz playing that Blitzcrank, Yellow Star on the Shen. We've got a Sivir there for Pushu on the other side. Snow is playing Zillion. Kaigu has Nunu in the jungle. Yume is playing Soraka. And then a normal bottom lane, at least, of the Varus. So
it's a heal Varus, though. So
it is a heal
He's got
Varus.
an extra little flare down there in the bottom lane. And they started off right. Cyanide with 100% Lee Sin Q execution. Soaz with 100% grab.
Oh, Yume. Is he going to get away from that one? He does manage to get away.
He had to start heal, though, so that means he's not coming out with that level 1 star call for the early harass and the early lane shove. That actually puts behind this Soraka solo lane that Mineski were banking so much on. I know that the live crowd here is definitely behind this Mineski team right now.
They are. This could actually be the loudest they've been so far for a team. And we should just point out, for those of you just tuning in that haven't seen what's going on, kind of set the story here as to why we've got some of these picks. Fnatic in first position, Mineski in last position in the group. That's not changing now. So, there's literally a bit of fun on the line from this one. And pride as well from Mineski's side of things. If they can pull out a win with this lineup, they're going to be heroes.
They'll start a revolution, actually. I'm curious to see which one of these champions is going to build damage.
Soraka.
For Mineski. We have one Doran's Blade. Soraka, AP heavy Soraka, is very strong in teamfights, just staying alive the entire time, landing Star Call. I'm sure Krepo will tell you he's a huge fan. Soaz, though, coming in with the bot lane. Blitzcrank. No smite available for him, so he doesn't steal anything.
Sadly enough for him. We are going to be seeing some lane swaps in this one. Yellow Star playing that Shen. Second time this season, technically, that he's played the Shen. Same goes for Soaz, actually, with a Blitzcrank. Actually, it's his third time if you count all year, because he played it top lane in the spring split as well. This mid lane, Zed versus Soraka, definitely not a lane that we see very often. One that, in my opinion, we should see more often, though.
It's an interesting matchup. I think it depends a lot on that early phase, too, where Yume's would like to come out with the level 1 star call and go aggressive early, but because of that Blitzcrank grab, Yume was forced to level up heal, so he's already on the defensive against Zed, and that's really going to be hard for him because Pekka's already warded up in the mid lane, and he's got vision. He doesn't have to worry about that gank.
Speaking of ganks, Cyanide. He's coming around on towards this bottom lane. Meanwhile, there's a 3-man push in the top lane. And Snowy now, he could be in a little bit of trouble here. Chilling on his tower, but he's all of a sudden going to have 3 men coming his way. He's actually sat back from the tower from that
Minion
on
wave.
Going to go in there. There's the bombs down. Snowy hanging on for this one. A lot of damage coming out already here for Cyanide. Not going to go under the turret. Meanwhile, top lane down to about half health already.
All right, Snowy gets away with his life. Zillion lives another day, and Yellow Star is going to want to probably back off pretty soon here as well, as Kaigu bullies him out of the turret.
If he actually taunts Kaigu there, that could be really, really dangerous for Kaigu underneath that turret. But this bottom lane bullied away by Cyanide, who's still hanging around, stealing off some wolves right now as Kaigu going to throw the snowballs out. And Mineski take the first turret of the game. They've got a 400 gold lead now. Yume at the mid lane are playing that gorgeous Soraka. Stealing away, though, stealing away his own wraiths. Still stealing it from Kaigu. But yeah, he's going to be taking those away. And Mineski are actually going to keep pushing.
All right, they're gonna win this this push race as well. They've actually caused so much pressure here in this top lane that Peke is forced to roam over.
Well, it's going to come in, but will he be able to actually force them back? Pushu did take that bottom turret out there as Peke slowed down. Cyanide now coming in. Fnatic might go for this one. There's a snowball flash dart coming in. Exo down to half HP. Is he going to fall? He's going very, very low. First blood comes in. Peke picks up that one, and that's not the end of it. Cyanide flashes away. Snowball comes around. Yellow Star is now low as well. They're going to keep going. They're actually pushing Fnatic back here from this one. There's a Shadow Dash from Yellow Star. He's away. Meanwhile, Yume pushing down that mid lane as well.
Oh, Yume's got level 3 star call now too. So because Peke was roaming around, He's got the time to level up. Now he is going to be able to shove pretty easily here. We'll have to see what direction he goes with his first purchases. I mean, the main thing for Fnatic right now is that they do have 3 Ignites because Soaz took Ignite as well on that support. And that's going to help them out a lot against this very heal-heavy MSK champion situation they've got going on here.
Pushu has continued to push this bottom lane out there. We see that Snowy actually picking up that Doran's ring, plus an amplifying tome as well here at the start. Just to get those bombs doing the damage. There was a grab coming out of the bottom side of the screen. Not quite landing where they would have wanted, but look at this. MSK, that 3-man demolition squad that they had up in the top lane is now causing havoc in middle.
This is a very good early pushing here from MSK. They have so much heal. When Ignite's on cooldown, there's not a lot to counter that here for Fnatic. They already used Shen and Zed's Ignite. Since Soaz is not in the lane yet, they can't go aggressive.
Peke going very, very low from this one. And then finally the minion wave goes down and MSK have to back away from now, but they've already taken half of that turret's health down on that one visit there.
Sona going as well with the Mana Manipulator first item. Just increases the sustain they have.
Ooh. Oh! So I was actually missing the grab there, but Pushu going to be coming through. There's a piercing arrow. Peke going very low once again, and Fnatic having to reply with 4 men on that push. Yellow Star has managed to knock that top wave back onto MSK's outer turret, but they're pretty sure that they want this mid laner turret, I think.
He's also hit level 6, so Soaz is going to be the playmaker here for Fnatic. When he gets a hook under turret, if he gets a hook under turret, is the only time that they can actually go on this MSK 4-man squad here. Otherwise, the sustain is just going to mean turret after turret. Split pushing Zillion, that's a thing now.
That is a thing. It's a slow thing, but it is a thing. As he managed to get there towards the turret, he's like, well, you know what, I think my run of split pushing is now over. I better go back to lane. What am I going to buy? We'll see from that one. Picks up the lucky pick from that one. So he's going to come back into lane with that one. We got the Chalice now on Soraka, and that pretty much means that Starcall going to be spamming constantly. Peke here is level 6. He's going to go in towards Yume there. Actually, did not use the death mark. Kind of surprised me. Going down to half HP already. But Fnatic are trying to push back. They're trying to get another turret of their own.
I'd say Peke's a wussy for that one, actually.
Oh, shots fired. I'm sure he'll have no problems in doing that a little bit later on. So, here we go then. Kaigu gets knocked up there on towards Soaz, and well, you can't pull if you silence as well. That's another thing.
Oh, so close. So close.
Yet so far.
Just wanted to shake hands.
So, Dragon is the next target here for MSK. A pink ward down from Fnatic. That'll be taken away quickly. Are they going to be able to get it, though, before Fnatic come around?
Mid lane, blue buff Soraka turns everybody into a tank. Now Exo, he's going to get, Peke's going to go for it this time.
Oh, he's got the Zillion ult, though. Is Peke going to get baited into this one? Cyanide goes pretty low from that one. We saw the absolute zero coming down. The Starcall doing some good work. Soaz is a dead man. Snowy picks that one up. Exo going to fall after. Now they focus on towards Pushu, who's going to have to flash away from that one. Now it's TG who's getting hunted down. Oh, what a flash. Brilliant flash away. Fnatic just like, wow, that was a good one. We've got no flash to follow him. And in the end, it's a 3v1. I thought it was a lot closer, actually.
See, it started out with the initial damage coming from Peke going straight onto Exo. That's exactly how MSK don't want it to start, because Exo is their main source of damage. And yes, they do have a revive for him, but they don't want to have to use that so early. So starting out with Peke and Exo having some alone time is pretty much the worst way that MSK can start this one out. Even so, though, they were able to keep him alive for pretty long, and they almost brought it back around that dragon. Fnatic, though, jumping out to the early lead.
I've still got faith in this comp from MSK.
Yeah? What about the item builds? Because they're also going heavy gold generation items.
They're going to have a lot of gold. That's what's going to happen to them.
Not a lot of fighting power early,
yeah,
but a lot of gold later, which is interesting because this heavy support team shines early. So, you know, contrary to normal supports, all usually building scaling items like gold items and site wards, if you have a full team of supports, it's actually very profitable to build combat items early and continually shove. That's what we did in the Pros versus Rioters game way back at Season 1. If you all build early items on a full support team, you can roam around and shove down turrets early. They're still doing the same thing, but when they actually get engaged on, the gold generation items kind of hurting them.
That pain train from MSK moving down to bottom lane. That is turret number 3 of the game. They're still behind on gold right now, but that's just right now. That might change. That's
look at all those
gonna
items,
change.
man. Those things are ticking away.
It's all going to get better for them in the long run.
Oh,
there we are. They're going in
Takeman!
towards Soaz. Can they finish off Crescendo? Absolute zero. EXO picks up the kill underneath the turret. They are not worried about this one here, MSK. They're going for an inner tower. Oh, Peke coming around the side. Cyanide goes in there as well. The big wish from Soraka will keep him alive for now. EXO got the Zillion ultimate. He's picked up another one. Peke dives in the middle. He's going to die from this one. No! EXO goes down. Well, they managed to kill off Peke. It's a 2 for 2.
EXO was trying to thread the needle there. Stay just out of turret range, but just out of attack range from Peke. And with Pushu on the backside. Oh no! Another one bites the dust.
I think he underestimated the damage there coming out. Oh, there's a flash ball going in on towards Snowy. Is he?
They turn it around!
Able to escape here, puts a bomb into Pushu. He goes in, shot down. Now Soaz, he's going to be chasing on towards Snowy, who's trying his best to escape. Soaz going to pick up that kill now.
Good turnaround, though. I like that. They never gave up. As soon as you get pulled in, you kill someone on Blitzcrank's team. Then you can cause some strife on the Team Fnatic. Right now, Pushu's yelling at Soaz. You got me killed.
And for me, Yellow Star, as a as a support player, he's obviously enjoying playing the role of a Shen right now because he didn't even bother to get involved in that one. He's just pushing. He's chilling out right now, pushing out those turrets.
Very calming experience playing Shen up in that top lane, all by himself.
He's focused as well. Look at his player cam right there.
Ooh, really good couple items here, though. MSK just got a nice power spike. The Aegis of the Legion, plus the, what's the book called? The Will of the Ancients? Nobody's bought that in so long.
Well, that's the Finnish Codex, actually. But
well, the Will of the Ancients up top is the...
oh, yeah, I didn't even see that one. There's
item.
2 books. Come on.
Okay.
I don't read a lot.
The Will of the Ancients is a really, really strong item for this team because they're constantly grouping up as 5. Every member going to take advantage of that Spell Vamp aura. I like this. I like this area build here. Now they're going to have to defend a turret, though. This time, MSK are on the back foot.
This is going to be interesting. There's a pull. Kaigo's going to go down. Chain of Corruption going to land on towards Cyanide, but in the end, only really wrapping Soaz up and the final spread, and that is going to mean that Fnatic have a 5v4 under the tower now.
All right, Snowy did save the revive, though. You don't want to blow that one on the Nunu. Even though Nunu got pulled and he's going to die, sometimes you just got to let him die because they want to save that ultimate for EXO, who's really the hero of this team right now. They're putting a lot on that Varus damage. Oh, no, the Varus damage!
There is EXO.
No.
That's when you should have used it, Snowy. We were just talking about that, and as if by magic it happens in front of us. Fnatic actually going to be going aggressive from this one. They're going to go in on towards Snowy. He's used his ultimate. He's coming back to life. There's a Crescendo. Yume needs to do the damage. Absolute zero comes down. Only landing. Cyanide's going to die. The bomb will explode into pieces. Snowy picks that one up, and now they're on Pushu. Can they hunt him down? He actually managed to spell shield the slow there coming out of Nunu. He's going to take the bomb damage here, but he'll be safe walking away with half one, will he? Here comes Nunu from the side. I'm not sure that Kaigo's going to have the damage to finish this one off, to be honest. He manages to get away. Here comes the heals around. Where's your snowball? Yume, he's going to die in the mid lane. Pushu is still running for dear life. There's another snowball. Snowy gets the bomb. He's going to die from that one. But Peke coming in. Oh, he's buried it. Oh, that's rubbish. Peke now going to get chased down. He manages to pick up one, but he's surely not going to escape this one. Doing a lot of damage. Finally goes down. There's the ulti from Soaz. Now it's going to be Zillion versus Blitzcrank. I didn't think I was going to be saying that here today. He jukes the hook. He's still going. Here comes EXO. Snowy. Run! Oh! He goes down to Soaz, and now EXO's going to chase him, but that's a exercise in futility. Actually, he's going back in.
Soaz has double buffs here. He wants EXO's head. Oh, fail. Where this is the League of Legends version of King of the Hill. It's whoever can hold on to that double buff for the longest there. It was just traded, and EXO!
Kicked up, knocked up, he's dead. Actually managed to get Chain of Corruption off there, but not really going to serve much of a purpose in the end. Let's take stock of this game, Kobe, because it's very interesting. 16-8 in kills. Only a 5,000 gold lead at this point. We're tied in turrets. MSK are not done yet.
They are far from done. Look at these auras. 1, 2, double on Sona. We also count the Mana Manipulator aura. 102 gold did he just get from that all at once? Beautiful. Beautiful ultimate. That's half. That's almost a kill right there. That's half a kill.
It's half of 200 as well. I actually thought that's what you were going to say. Oh no! Peke getting caught out here, but he's got the heels of Soraka. He's having a dance. And he lets him escape.
They killed they got the Ward Wars 1, too. Everyone talks about the Vision Wars. They've got it over Red Buff.
Well, they got that, but they're losing out on Dragon here. And that is a 6,000 gold lead now for Fnatic. Holding that Dragon control down at 2 out of 2. Peke's 8-2-2. That fits into that storyline as well. Blade of the Ruin King, Brutalizer.
Oh, no,
lands up to Yume. Oh, he manages to heal there pretty decently. He's going to get brought back to life by the Zillion, but is he going to walk away from it? There's a great shield by Pushu again to stop the snowball affecting him. And Fnatic hanging on. They want this inner tower. They're going to try and set up from the side.
The vision here.
That minion being a scumbag and just revealing them all.
People got to keep track of Soaz. Minions doing their part in the Vision Wars. Trying to lock down that Blitzcrank so no other MSK members get picked off. Even the minions feeling bad for those.
Pain Train's coming again. MSK looking for another turret. And look at Fnatic, they're out of position here. Yellow Star's not used Stan United apart from onto some what was pretty much already dead. There's a hook, comes into Kaigu. What's he going to do? There's Lee Sin. Absolute Zero. Doesn't really do a lot. Crescendo doing similar there as well. Chain of Corruption comes down, but here comes Peke from the backside. Kaigu going low. Peke will take that one. The rest of them being kicked around here. Yume going to try and walk away. Heal's not going to save him. This is surely an ace for Fnatic. TG is walking away.
Let him live!
Fnatic taunting him there, not really attacking him, but Pushu wants to pad those stats out a bit more. 4-1-13 for him right now. That's the first ace of this game. 21-8 in kills. We're getting close to that 10,000 gold lead for Fnatic. But as they say, Kobe, it's not over just yet.
Fnatic are just ruthless, though. I mean, that Zillion kill was unnecessary. They don't need that at this point. He's just Jamin. Don't you like Jamin too?
Oh god. Wow. So Peke, split push mode. Peke's favorite mode.
It's those double buffs though. You know action's gonna follow whoever's wearing those double buffs.
Yeah, it followed.
Peke's trying to run away, but never mind. Oh, they gave up.
They gave up. Peke's going back home because he wants himself a... Exo's in trouble here. Oh, flashes away from that one, but Cyanide's going to chase in. Can he juke him? No, he'll actually walk straight back towards him. He's got the ultimate from Zillion. Here comes the MSK Pain Train. He's backing up again. Pushu gonna go in there. Yume taking a lot of damage. Oh, there was the ulti from Kaigu. Knocked up just as he popped it. Pushu actually pretty low. Snowy speeding himself up to run around in circles. Peke's coming in from the backside. He's going in on towards Kaigu. He's gonna pop here. Actually gets the Zillion ulti again. But is he gonna be able to walk away? Of course he is. He's Nunu. Gets back to the turret. They're safe for now.
Not for long.
I said for now. Now it's not. He's not safe anymore. Now he's
okay. Now it's back on. Safe again.
Yellow Star, meanwhile, in the top lane.
Hey, he's building Trinity Force as well. How do you feel about Trinity Force Zed? I mean, Shen.
It's working out for him.
Zed should build one as well, I think, actually.
He may get the chance, honestly, the way that this one's going. There we go. Turret for Yellow Star. He's certainly practicing up this Shen roll nicely. Managing to finish off another turret. They're still holding on to this inner mid turret, which is impressing me. They're going to lose the bottom inner turret, though.
They're focused on the middle, though. The mid lane most
important. Oh,
Snowy! does get caught. That hurts a lot. That's painful. Yeah.
I'm not sure who can really challenge Zed now.
Well,
Soraka
Yume is the next challenger.
As good as Soraka is, I'm not sure. Oh, Crescendo coming down. Peke now on a rampage.
A new challenger.
He might be able to finish them all off here. TG goes down, and Peke is still going and sniped down by EXO. Yellow Star, he's finally got involved in one of these fights, and he might end up paying the price for it. Less than half HP, taunts away. He's living for now. Mineski, they're not out yet.
EXO's wearing a Peke suit right now, though. He just skinned him alive. Now he's the one. Oh, Soaz, come on, don't go!
Oh, Taunt not quite got the range there from Yellow Star, and that is going to be another kill. Yellow Star is now on a killing spree at 3-0-10. Kaigu, honestly, probably want to run from this one. Soaz goes speeding in, knocks him up, Pushu comes around the side. Gets silenced, can't quite finish. Good block there, good spell shield timing, and he's doing a rather lot of damage at this point, and Kaigu has to back away. Flashing red, can't even see his health bar there, he's so low.
If you're keeping track, Soaz is currently the king of the hill. Last taking down EXO, so he's the main target right now for Mineski. As long as they can take out Blitz, mission will be accomplished.
They're still hanging on. Yellow Star in his natural environment. Split pushing. You see he just backs away and he's going to go back in there. Brilliant Shen he is.
It's the Mineski 5-man hugs and kisses train.
No, they're just ramping up, Kobe.
Okay.
They're just ramping up. They're going to explode at some point. Those zillion bombs.
They've got oracles now, so Soaz with his wards over the wall won't be able to get in position for all these picks he's getting on EXO. They're adapting.
Slowly but surely, and
now it's Peke though. He's waiting in the bushes.
This is
all right,
dangerous.
New challenger.
Here we go. Peke coming in. Yume, he's gonna go low.
Silence.
Wish doing a good job of him there. There's the absolute zero coming in. Snowball slows
Double
him down.
buff.
1-for-1 trade. Mineski come out on top of that one.
All right.
He got a double buff.
Yeah, it's back over to EXO. Now he's got to be worried for his life though. Everyone who's got the double buffs has a giant target on top of them.
So, Cyanide going back for Dragon. Fnatic need it because Mineski are still holding off.
They need that badly. There we go. You hear the crowd? Those are sighs of relief from Fnatic fans.
Yeah. They know how touch and go this one is.
Soaz is just sitting there in front of vision of that ward. Great job by Mineski. Countering Blitzcrank. Hard counter.
Yellow Star, once again, natural environment. Split pushing all day long. No breaks. Blue buff going to be stolen away here. Soaz is going home. Let's see what he comes back in with. An Oracle.
I was waiting on the edge of my seat.
Thought it was going to be something more impressive, but it's an Oracle. At least they can get that vision back that they lost control of earlier, with TG picking that one up.
So all that Mineski need now is a Frozen Heart, an Infinity Edge on EXO, a Banshee's Veil on EXO, a GA on EXO, another Frozen Heart probably on TG, and maybe a Death Cap on that Soraka.
So pretty close is what we're saying. Yeah. They just need to hold on for probably about 130 on this one. Kaigu goes low, but he's still alive.
Oh, TG's in full view of Blitz. Hey, Soaz does not pull the trigger. Okay. They've only got 3 members here. But remember, that Stand United always available. Yellow Star could make an appearance in this game. You might forget about him, but he could come in at any moment.
Well, he's split pushing top lane right now, so it's not really split pushing because Cyanide's up there with him, but that's what he wanted to do this whole time. TG actually, I spoke too soon. I was going to say doing a good job of clearing out those wards just as he gets grabbed and pulled in. Fnatic, are they going to be able to break through this amazing Mineski defense that they've had set up on the steps of their base and take down this inventory? Oh, they're going in. Chain of Corruption goes down. Kaigu pulls the trigger a little bit mistimed, flashes out though, but Peke is going in. Finally, Yellow Star's going to get involved. He manages to get the taunt onto EXO. He's tanking up both turrets here. Yellow Star Actually going pretty low from that one. Peke takes another blast as well, and look at this, Fnatic backing away to the inhib.
Better back away. Look at the stone cold face there on Kaigu.
They failed it off. MSK, they're still holding off.
This is a 25-minute game right now. 31 kills for Fnatic, 10 for MSK. Those are both numbers.
If you're just joining us right now and you're wondering what's going on, we should probably reinforce the whole scenario here. Obviously, Group B right now is still extremely close in the middle of the pack for that second place race. Fnatic are guaranteed a top spot. MSK yet to win a single game, which is why they're having a little bit of fun up here on the stage. And certainly keeping us entertained, that's for sure. MSK, also I should add, are still hanging on to this game. It's not over just yet.
You know what they're still also hanging on to? All those gold generating items. They haven't sold away any of those.
Can we just hover over the lucky pick there that's on Kaigu and just have a check, see how much he's actually earning here. Yeah. Not that.
He said, no. Oh no, Sauce coming in again. He's coming in hot.
He's speeding through. Oh, slowed down there by Exo. Oh, but Kaigu might be a dead man, gets pulled in. And he's got the Zillion ulti. There is the absolute zero coming in as well.
Pushu,
he's dead. Pushu's dead. Yeah! Good shot down there. Crowd goes wild. But Peke, he's still in the middle of them.
Exo.
He's still doing a load of damage. Exo is going to die. Yellow Star getting involved as well. Cyanide's in the middle of them. But Cyanide, oh, he manages to get away somehow.
Chase him down!
MSK, the pain train, he's pushing out to the steps where they're going to kill the minions. Well, they hold on.
That was the best team fight we've seen all day from MSK. Traded 1-for-1. They didn't come out behind on that one. They took out AD carries. ADK for AD carry.
They're doing well.
Oh, the Mikhail's Crucible comes in. You didn't see that one coming? Now they can cleanse Exo as well. He's got 2 lives, 3 heals, a cleanse, and a blood boil.
They got a master plan near MSK.
How long does it take to set up?
Come on, Fnatic, go for Baron. MSK will come out and get you. Okay, here we go then.
Kaigu does not have flash or smite. So
Doesn't matter.
That's unfortunate. He could probably take Cyanide, though. He can take Cyanide.
They actually could die.
Yeah, he's got to run back to his friends. Oh, they pulled him in! Perfect!
Come on!
Get that Baron!
He's still alive! He's still alive!
He's about to 100%
He's still alive! Come shoot,
do it!
Smite! Come on! Oh. Close, but no Baron.
Pretty close.
And that may just be the step.
You may run for your life!
That may... Oh, yes, great slow from
He's got
Exo.
slowed down. So it's going to take him on the inside.
Oh, Chain of Corruption not quite got as much train. Yeah, Crescendo, you done so as. But TG's going to get cornered off here. Go south.
The Jukes, the Jukes. Oh, he can't even punch. He pulls it. Okay.
Peke on a rampage, 18-4-7. They might be able to win the game right now, but something tells me that MSK aren't going to let him.
He didn't build a Trinity Force there. They're missing 1/4 of their Trinity forces. No,
Yume's actually building a bit tankier now. Going up to that Crystal Scepter. Still.
All right, so that means 2 inhibitors down. They still have 1 left. 1 is pretty much as good as 3.
Yeah. We see teams come back from this scenario all the time as well, so it's not really a problem for them. Oh, Yellow Star's going in there. Kaigu gets the heals, and he's actually got...
He's got a bomb on his head right now. He's got to be careful.
Yellow Star should go into the middle of his team with that bomb on his head. That's how it works when you play against a Zillion. Fnatic actually going to go for the finish here. They're going to focus down those Nexus turrets. Snoy still speeding around. Peke's going to go in onto him. Ooh. And he gets back to the fountain just in time. Kaigu actually using the absolute zero in there as well. Nexus turrets are going down though. MSK have to respond to this one. Piercing arrow coming through. They're still hanging on.
Fnatic
are just looking for kills. And he's dead. He's unstoppable. And then he gets shot down. That might be enough gold there for Exo to build what he needs to finish off this game for MSK. Let's see. He's dead now.
Yeah, he couldn't get to the shot.
Zillion's there. They're still alive. Exo flashes onto the fountain, but Super Minions hammering away the Nexus. Fnatic pick up a very tough game there against MSK. Hard fourth win for them here, and certainly a lot of fun.
Great job, Super Minions there. For Fnatic, finishing it off.
And it's great to see, how much fun MSK are having with this one. The fact that they've had a long trip here from the Philippines, they've had a tough time in group stage, I think is maybe even a bit of an understatement for them. But to come up here, put on such a great show for the fans in that one is, I think, really appreciated by everyone.
They've definitely
Having a lot of fun.
earned some fans here. That's for sure.
Yeah. And again, just to kind of go back to the whole what MSK have got by getting here to Worlds, it's not just about the challenge and what have you, but the experience that they earn from this one's going to help them in the future. It's going to help them in the Southeast Asian region to, who knows, maybe back here once again next season.
I'd actually like to see another team take what MSK have built here with this full support strategy and take it one step further. I feel like, maybe just without those gold generation items, if they had gone for early pressure, new strategies showing up big.
Well, I'm actually really curious to see what the guys over on the analyst desk have for that one. So we're going to send it over for a look at what was a very unique game there.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, and Joe, indeed, for that toss up to us. So with that game, we definitely saw both teams having a whole lot of fun. MSK absolutely winning the crowd over at this tournament. Everybody loves what they do, the passion that they come in and that they play with. Unfortunately, obviously not grabbing any wins here, but Crepo, start us off. You had a few things to say about that.
I just like that these both teams are playing pretty much for nothing, and it can either be an incredibly boring game or a really entertaining game. And what it makes so fun is that this doesn't challenge the competitive integrity of the circuit. So both teams can just have fun. MSK goes back to their quadruple support comp, which I think they ran to actually get here. They really enjoyed it. Okay, they made some mistakes here and there, but so did Fnatic. Soas was playing his Blitzcrank again. They also did that earlier in the season, swapping around. And yeah, you could really see that everybody was having fun, but at the same time, like whenever Soas missed a hook or people died to force supports, you could still see them like, wait a second. We still want to win this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 4 support comp really reminded me of CLG, the good old days.
But this team actually had an AD carry to carry them.
Oh, yeah, actually, sorry. My bad. I actually want to see Soraka against Zed. That's actually a hard counter that I completely forgot about because of Soraka's innate 100 armor bonus or whatever you get from W, and just the fact that she scales, and she has an instant 2.5 second silence for Zed. That's actually OP, dude. Not gonna lie. I think people should pull that out.
This coming double lift? Of all the teams in the world with all the scouting, nobody saw Soraka coming.
Yeah, exactly, dude. This is something you gotta steal from MSK and pull out against Faker. He'll never see it coming.
So with that, how are you guys feeling about the rest of the games that we have to see? We are going to be seeing Gambit and Vulcan coming up here. So what's your idea with that one?
Gonna be a bit less. Trolly, we can't really say. It's going to be a lot more serious.
Right.
I think both teams really want. I think Gambit needs this win for sure to start tying against Ozone probably.
Well, we'll get into the chat in just a second. Let's update the standings real quick. Yeah. The Group B standings stand like this now. With their win, Fnatic finishes the group stage with an impressive 7-1 record, while MSK remains at the bottom of the standings, but with a lot more fans now, thanks to that composition. And that actually brought us up to 60 champions used here, as they definitely spiced up our variety coming into that matchup. So now that we know where the teams stand, let's take a look at where you guys sit with 7 games to go. The good news is that everyone at the table has at least a 9-game win streak going. The bad news is that the viewers do as well. So they're voting just as well as you guys. You're still trailing the fans, so it's time starting to run out, guys. You only have a few more games to go.
We still have the playoffs. Come on.
This is true.
Yeah, it's true. And they're going to be a lot closer. And we have Monty.
If you vote with everybody, they'll be closer.
Well, we just know Monty's vote already for every game.
If Korean, vote.
Check. Hey, I already said earlier today that I didn't want Ozone moving on to the quarters. But you're still going to pick them.
Wow, that's messed up, Monty.
He doesn't want to, but he'll still pick them.
Yeah.
All right, so our next game, like we said, Gambit versus Vulcan. That means Gambit's on the blue side for this matchup. Double Lift, we'll start with you.
I think Vulcan or Gambit's going to win, but Vulcan has been playing really. They've been playing decently. They did the Vulcan throw bargains again today, sadly against Ozone. But Vulcan throw bargains maybe is not enough. Gambit, it doesn't play nearly as solid. Well, Ozone played really solid. I think Gambit won't play as solid today. That's just my gut feeling. That's my heart telling me that. But I don't know.
You think Ozone played that solid?
I think it minus Dade. Imp and Looper are playing really, really good, and I don't think Darien and Genja will have that much game impact. But I still give Gambit the win, but Vulcan will put up a good fight.
But they had a horrible pick phase, so that's not even solid. They already put themselves like half a game behind in pick and draw phase, and yeah.
Wrong game, guys. Wrong game.
Exactly.
God, Crepo. Step it up.
Save it.
Monty?
I'm taking Gambit as well. I mean, I hope Vulcan can take a win here, but I would like to see the tiebreaker, I guess. I don't know. Gambit's just been pretty consistently stronger,
Consistently
I think.
inconsistent?
They're not even inconsistent, dude. Minus Genja's builds. Those
I mean,
are always,
we never know.
There's
we never
an
know
evolution
how many
going
components
there.
of Trinity Force
At least
is going
Monty chooses his dark horse.
You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting.
Yeah, double lift. Where's your Mineski
Shut
pick?
up, dude. Don't call me out like that. I didn't know. But anyways, I'm waiting for Genja to just build like 2 Phages, 2 Sheens, and 2 Zeals and just never finish the Trinities.
Just the recipe, the triple dip.
Exactly.
Jat, where are you going with this one?
My pick is Gambit as well. It's a good thing that I'm trusting my head over my gut in all of these picks because my gut has been wrong twice out of the games today. But definitely the logical pick here is Gambit, only because Vulcan has been making too many mistakes. And Gambit, even though they have been inconsistent, even though they played pretty poorly in some of these games, if you make a bunch of mistakes against them, they're going to capitalize.
We'll see.
I'll have to go with Gambit as well.
Yeah?
I still have an answer, Driv. Can I answer?
Oh, no, I'm
You sure?
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with Gambit because I don't think Gambit will give Vulcan such a good pick and ban phase. And then it will be a lot harder for Vulcan to come out on top.
All right, and quick, we have a few minutes to talk here. Coming into this game, Alex Eash in an interview even said that their matchup versus another team was a bit easier because Vulcan shares just about the same champion pool. How do you go into a champion select? You know, Crepo, we'll start with you on this. Against a team that shares the same thing as you.
You end up putting a lot more emphasis on certain picks. I remember when we played Gambit and we found out that Zac was an overlapping pick when Zac wasn't as nerfed yet. It was really the pick and ban phase revolved completely around Zac. Every team wanted him, no team wanted to ban him, and it got really scary. And then sometimes you get a little too proud. You know, we play such a great Zac, you would say to yourself, and you would risk leaving it open but give it to the enemy. So it just depends on how they value the picks. But at the same time, when you play a pick really well, you also know the counters. So it's going to be a really interesting matchup.
We'll have to see what they can do. How do you think the bottom lane's going to fare in this matchup, Double If? We got Genja versus Zuna.
Well, before I touch on that, I just want to say the community
absolutely.
has given Gambit some flack for losing 8 times in a row to Zac, but I don't think
That's true.
that Gambit is the type of team to like read that criticism and be like, oh my god, we need to ban Zac. Like Gambit just doesn't care. They're like, if I had to describe Gambit in 2 words, it just doesn't care.
But does a statistic like that even stand up though, or is it just like this has happened? You know.
I think it means that strategically, it makes sense for them to ban Zac. It does make a lot of sense because Genja doesn't play mobile ADs except for Corki. He plays like Varus and
MF.
Trinity Force Varus and MF. Yeah, like I can't even think about a champion for right now, but they don't seem to do very well
With Trinity
against
Force?
Zac. Yeah, with Trinity Force. Everything with Trinity Force. But in terms of their bot lane, I'd say they're about even. The last time I saw Genja pull a little bit far ahead. I think it all depends on support play. Bloodwater has not been impressing me. I felt like he was like a strong favorite coming into this tournament. Everyone's like Godwater, 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 and he hasn't been pulling those plays out.
All right, well, as moving on, these guys have done the best to see into the future. Now you have a chance to shape the future of the broadcast with your feedback.
Go to bit.ly/worlds1 and answer a couple of questions like what pros would you like to see on the analyst desk at future events? It's pretty easy.
Absolutely. We've got to take a short break right now, but when we return, it's time for our 4th match of the day, Gambit versus Vulcan. And it's do or die for ManCloud and crew. Plus, Fnatic's Expeke and Mineski's Kaigu will join us with Shocks in the interview lounge to talk about their incredibly fun game. So stick around. The Season 3 League of Legends World Championship. We'll be right back.